I am many things, and you are as well. There's one thing that I know that I aspire to be with certainty, and that's being a person of your word, being a man of your word, being a woman of your word, however you want to put it. Just like the Joker says, I am a man of my word. It's very true. It's very important. Because in this world, everyone is flaky. In this world, we have people that will say yes to one thing and then something better comes up and then, that fails out and whatever. You go to the gym and you say, oh yeah, I'm going to do 20,000 miles today. And then guess what? Maybe you don't do 20,000 miles. Maybe you do 10,000 miles. Maybe you do 5 miles. Maybe you just don't go to the gym. And that happens over the course of time. You say, I'm gonna do 100 pull-ups today. I'm gonna do 100 sit-ups, 100 push-ups, and 100 bodyweight squats every morning for breakfast, before I eat breakfast, before I go to work, before I brush my teeth and shower. I'm gonna do that to wake up every day. But if you don't hold that word to yourself, you don't hold your word to anyone else. So you got people, they say, hey, let's go drink sometime, or let's go to the bar, or let's go to a restaurant. We're going to get our little group of people together. We got 4 people going. Well, all 4 of us are going to go to the spot. And one by one, oh, I'm too tired. Oh, I can't make it, bro. I don't have money. Oh, I'm busy. I have a family or something. I don't know. Oh, man, I'm just not feeling it. Or just straight up ghost you. So, I'm not mad about this. And you, if you're watching this, I'm not mad at you. Right? And this is just in general. It's really just a general thing that I try to practice. Is that the other day, which I'm glad I did, because I had someone that invited me out for the first time in a long time. I haven't been invited out to an event in a while. But when I tell someone that I'm going to be there, I don't flake for someone else. I don't say, oh, actually my other friend group is talking to me right now, so sorry I can't make it. Sorry I can't do that now. No. I'm a man of my word. My parents taught me that, and I plan to stick to it. I will shove as much into my schedule as possible. Quite frankly, what else are you going to do? I aspire to have my life as full and meaningful as possible. I want fun, I want work, I want all of it. I want every single day packed full. Today, I did work, I went to the gym. When I go home, I eat, and I'm going to maybe organize my Insta while I watch The Boys, because I'm really into that right now. And the other day, we're leaving the gym right now at 7:30. I'm going to eat, I'm going to shower, boom, 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 8:30. We're looking at about an hour and a half before I have to go to sleep. That's not that much time wasted watching a TV show. Pretty good. Pretty full day. Now, how do you make more in your day? Well, at work, I think you should, say, I'm going to listen to 1 podcast per day. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a podcast. When I say podcast, and I'm sorry if this is confusing to you, it's an educational YouTube video. I like the YouTube channel that it says, every psychology trick in 15 minutes. That kind of stuff. Stuff like that gets you thinking about the world and how you interact with it around you is so valuable. You're going to learn a lot of stuff really quick. And you're not going to get bored of it because it's actually kind of entertaining and fun. And you're also learning something, and I'm consciously choosing to pick that. You're not just scrolling through your YouTube and clicking the first funny video that pops up. I used to watch Penguin Z0, or Moist Critical as you know him, Charlie White, and I still watch him to this day. He's a great YouTuber. He's got a great mindset, and I watched him because I like his aptitude and his personality. I aspire to be his level of calm, collected, wise, intelligent, and also funny at the same time. And he's got a good level head around him from my experience watching his videos. But I love the fact that he goofs off in his videos, and I love being able to watch that for entertainment purposes. But I started to realize that a lot of those are, they're not the most engaging for your mind. And for me, I'm trying to find things to do at work that are engaging for my mind. Consciously choosing long-term benefit things. That's like reading a book versus watching the movie. You're going to get more out of the book. People like books more than the movies. You can watch the movie first and you'll still like the book better, for the most part. But if you read the book first and then you watch the movie, you're gonna like, book was better. You see what I mean? So, what am I trying to get at? Be a man of your word, being a person of your word. You gotta hold yourself accountable and say, I'm not gonna scroll on TikTok all hours of the day. I noticed myself that I'm getting spammed with notifications right now throughout my entire phone, but I'm choosing to ignore them. I clear my notifications like crazy. I look at it, I realize it's from an app that, okay, cool. I either answer it really fast or I just clear it and I check it later. Now, it has caused me to start checking my apps more, but I have not meaninglessly scrolled on my apps as much. I actually prioritize my time more, where the only time I'm really spending on Instagram now is looking at reels that my friends sent me, liking them, making sure that they know that I watched their reel and I thought it was funny. And then I scroll on Instagram for a few minutes, and usually the first ones I love anyways, and I send them to a few friends back. So that whole back and forth stays consistent. Not out of obligation, but it's just because I want to make sure, hey, I acknowledge and I appreciate you sending me reels. Those are, jokes between us that we understand, and I'll send some back. Again, that has to do with holding yourself accountable. The accountability and being a person of your word. You need to be able to tell yourself things and follow through on it. So, and you got to be able to tell other people that too. When you say that you're going to get something done, you better follow through, because people are counting on you to get that done. So when you don't do that thing, people are disappointed, people are confused, people are worried. They don't know what's going on. You need to show them what's going on. You need to say, hey, I followed up for you, boom, boom, boom. They're in the know. When everyone communicates to the best of their abilities, that is how society works. It is to communicate with others properly. It's making sure everyone is in the know. Keeping everyone stupid around you doesn't really work, Ayanokoji. Alright? You can't just keep everyone out of the loop. So you need to explain things to people, and that's why gossip happens. Unfortunately, that's why gossip happens. What is gossip in the workplace? Not only is it drama and it's fun to talk about, but it's also, we're trying to keep our coworkers in the know as friends, because we think we're close enough to disclose that to them. The problem is everyone is on some personal level with one of their coworkers, which means that spreads like wildfire. You're not just telling it to that person, they're telling it to someone else that they trust, and then they're telling it to someone else that they trust. The problem is that you're the only one that's supposed to know. So it doesn't matter who tells who tells who. By the time that whole thing trickles around, you're the one that told it. The whole hospital, I work at a hospital, but the entire company that you work at could know something, but you were the only one that was supposed to know. So it sounds like you're the one that spread that to everybody, even if you only told that to one person. So I've learned to not gossip at work. And it's been a hard, long process because, I used to work in a restaurant. That stuff spread like wildfire. And I live in a small town. And knowing things about people is just a fact of life. Even me not knowing anyone, I still know everyone. You know what I mean? I don't even know that many people, and I still know a lot. So, now what are some things that we can do about this? What are some things that we can do to change our mindset? I want you to make promises to people and actually withhold them. Or uphold them. My mistake. I think you need to, when you make plans with someone, and you should make plans with people, you should be very consistent and say, I'm going to go anyways. Now today I am not holding myself accountable, but that's a time frame issue. I would love to go walk the lakefront right now, but I would also like to eat. And it was leg day today, and I have 15,000 steps for today. And it's been a long day at work. I just pulled 75% of the day solo, when it's supposed to be a 2-man, 3-man job. So yes, I am very ecstatic that I'm going home right now. Here's the other thing. When you do a lot of work at the gym, you need to understand that you need to get your calories up. I understand that under all of this 10 pounds, a little chunk, I'm just a skinny guy, and I don't have much muscle. The only way to build muscle is calories. Now, having a little extra tub on me, a little extra fat, is good for that. What's also good is being able to eat. And I'm pretty good about my food. I'm hitting about 500 calories a meal. My lunches are probably 750 to 1,000. And then my last meal of the day, I try to have a nice volumized dinner, but not too crazy. So I would say I'm pretty much hitting a good solid amount. Now there is one thing I do want to do, and that is slowly cut down the amount of carbs I eat, and I have been pretty good. The thing is that I'm in this weird balance phase right now where I'm going, okay, I'm not gaining any weight, but I am getting stronger in the gym, which is good because that means that I'm getting stronger, my muscles are getting bigger, but my fat range is staying at the same pretty much, or it's lowering small increments. Either way, if I wanted to cut, here's a simple way to do it. Eat less. How do we do that? Well, I could fast in the morning. Actually, I might just start doing that. Screw it. I'm just going to wake up every day, take a caffeine pill, go to work, do my job, and then wait until lunch. But I will tell you that I will be fiending for lunch. But right before the gym, we're in that eating window. So we have, the problem is that I have lunch at 12. And then I get out of work at 5, I go to the gym, I'm getting out at 7:30 now. Now I could have gotten out at 6:30, give or take, or maybe 7. But let's say most days we're getting out at worst 7:30. That is a big eating window. That's 8 hours. So we need to improve that, honestly. The problem is that going to the gym right now is difficult because I need to eat at some point, right? And I suggest that you do eat while you're talking to people, because when I'm not talking to people, perfectly fine, I don't need to eat at home. But I am surrounded by food at home. You know, that's when you want to make your food. So I need to restructure my meals and restructure my workout. I just got on a day shift a month ago and it's working for me, but my time frame is so minimal. I don't have any time. I'm trying to figure out how to do it better. But I hate having to go home and eat right now. Eating a big meal and then going to sleep at 10. Don't get me wrong, I go to sleep just fine. I do great. I wake up the next morning, I have food still in me, of course. But Brian Johnson is saying that you shouldn't eat that close to bedtime. And honestly, I agree. I think 4 to 6 hours before bedtime you shouldn't be eating. So, if you're a normal person that got up at 7 every day, and not like me and trying to get up at 6:10, I would suggest you could probably go to bed at 11. That means that 11 minus 4 is going to be 7. And usually a person would get home at 7. So that sounds right. If I went outside the gym, now I could go lighter in terms of this. I could get a 50 gram protein shake or whatever and drink that. I get my protein in and then eat some small amount of 100 calories of carbs, like potatoes or something. But, that would be some good fiber, some good carbs, nice healthy nutrients and minerals. And then it'd keep me full, that's for sure. Even 100 calories with a potato is pretty solid. And then, I'd be going to bed a little bit lighter. But really, I think it's just how I structure my meals. I have heard of keto where, you only eat protein and fat. Okay. God, man, my head hurts. I just want to go home and eat. I've been talking all day too, so that's why my dry throat and cough right now has been exponentially problematic. But the good news is my cough only pops up about twice a day now. I've been using my vaporizer at night and taking cough drops like a psycho. But I'm going to go home right now. I'm going to make the most oh my gosh. My food right now, Puerto Rican bread, a little bit of olive oil, adobo, air fry, 3 minutes, highest degree temperature. It gets the bread warm, crisp, but not crusty. I don't want my bread to be crunchy. I want my bread to be crisp. It's like, it tastes like it's fresh out of the oven when you do that. And then guacamole from a friend that got me an avocado, some salsa, sofrito, a little bit of seasonings in there, the cayenne, the white pepper, the adobo, the salt, boom, 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 throw that all in there. Then guacamole on top, big old serving, pulled pork, pre-cooked, ready to go. I made a little bit of shredded cheese, heat that up in the microwave, mix it up, throw it on the sandwich, guacamole, chamoy, hot sauce. It's not even hot sauce, it's really sweet, but it's really good. And then I put that on top too, cut it in half. When I ate that yesterday, oh my god, that stuff was so good. And I'm gonna do it again today. Now, it might be 2 servings left or possibly 3 servings left. Either way. The great thing about eating a solid lunch at work is when I get home, I'm not fiending for food. You see, when you eat a salad at work, or you eat something light, don't. First of all, you need a whole day of processing stuff and moving around and stuff, especially before the gym. You need that, right? Eating a bunch of food before dinner or at dinner is just a waste. Like, I have enough where I've got protein and it's definitely heavy focus towards the end of the day. And the reason I do multiple things in a day, what am I even saying? The reason I do 3 meals a day is because most bodybuilders just do like 6 times a day. I'm just trying to hit 3 because I'm trying to grow muscle. You can only process about 30 to 60 grams of protein within an hour to 2 hours. So if you have 60 grams of protein in one sitting, your body might process it, but you're going to need to have fiber and carbs along with that protein. So if you have some brown rice, beans, and 60 grams of protein plus some vegetables, that's how you're going to be able to process all of that. Now, if you just have 60 grams of protein, i.e. the biggest chicken breast you've ever seen in your life, your body's just not going to process it as well. And take it from me, I have done highest protein I could possibly do in a day. I mean, I'm talking, I got protein shakes. I only ate protein at work. I was only eating protein for breakfast. I was doing 2 scoops in the morning. I would do a specific type of lunch where I was doing basically carb, fat-free, protein only. Kind of like keto. Mostly like carnivore at this point. You know, like everything had to have protein in it or I wasn't eating it. I did that for a handful of days. And guess what? Your body can't handle it. Now, over the course of time, your body will figure it out. But if you're doing it temporarily or inconsistently, or tomorrow you have carbs and then today you have only protein sources, you won't make it. You have to pick one. Also, I suggest that you have a variable diet that's having carbs, fats, and protein, all healthy things, in moderation. Everything in moderation. There's no such thing as doing extremes to the point of intelligent. It's not intelligent to do extremes to that level, that degree. Now, I know I got off topic with this, but it's really just coming down to being a person of my word. I follow what I say. When I say to you guys, I'm implementing this into my life. I'm self-actualizing this into my life. And not self-actualization in the emotional, amazing, magical word that it is. I'm saying self-actualization as a real thing. Don't just think about it. Don't feel good saying it. What is self-actualization? Self-actualization is saying, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. This is me. This is me. This is me. Until it is you. And it's not even necessarily faking it till you make it. You have to visualize it. You have to be creative. You have to see the future. Otherwise, you're not a visionary. You're hopeless. And having no hope in this world is scary. You cannot not have hope in this world. You have to have it. Or you'll fry up. You'll combust from the inside out. You need to be able to think. You need to be able to have some thought. And if you hold yourself accountable and you say what you mean and you follow through with that, that's taking accountability, that's being a person of your word, that right there is self-actualization. So at the end of the day, you just got to do you. You got to keep working on yourself and keep improving every day. I learn something every day. It may be a small thing. It might be a certain way to do something or a certain way to drive, a certain way to focus on the road, a certain thing to do at the gym, maybe a fun new diet thing that I learned, or maybe a fun new food I haven't tried before. Maybe I go out to the club for the first time ever. Maybe I meet a new friend or meet a stranger. I talk to a new stranger and get a new perspective. Learn how to talk to that person. I promise you that you do learn something every day. Start thinking like you do, and you actually will. Anyways, that's everything for me today, and I'll see you. Bye now.